Welcome to Mullin It Over episode 3. Nate Mullins here sitting live with Tim Matthews. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. How about you, man?
We're doing. Hanging in there after last night. Oof.
Man, we got some heated topics.
All right, we'll get into that.
Being one of them.
I'm heartbroken after last night. Can we talk about sports later?
Yeah, we can
Please.
do sports later.
But, all right. Let's talk about sports.
We got to
later.
get our emotions in.
First things first. Let's talk. You and I want to talk about Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Because this is new to me. I don't know anything about Twitch. So that's why I brought you on. I wanted to talk a little bit about Twitch with you.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about it.
So I first found out about Twitch. Like I used to watch gamers play games on YouTube all the time, and they would always have like certain games that they would play, like certain goals, like speed running, where they would just like run through. But like my favorite were always like kind of like podcast gaming, like where they would just jump in, play games, and talk to each other like you do without the gaming.
Right.
And then I found Twitch, where people just live stream like as they're playing and pretty much just hang out with friends, talk, and joke around, dude. It's a good time. It's just like, it's funny. It's a good experience, and I think it's something that you should really get into. And I want to get back into it because I used to stream a while ago. My buddies would always stream with me. I never really had the equipment for it, but Xbox One, PlayStation 4 had their like own built-in streaming things. So you can just pop in a game, open the app. There you go.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Yep. Definitely.
So for a guy like me who, I started this thing up as a podcast, now it's moved on to like this live video thing here. What benefits are there for me? Like what would you see me doing with Twitch?
I could see you having buddies over at your place, throw in some NBA or some Madden, do a 1v1 talk, hang out.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Just have a good time, entertain some people. That's what I'd really like to do.
All right, I can see that. So like what we're doing right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Would Twitch enhance this conversation here? Would we be able to reach a bigger audience?
Yes, because once you throw the video games in on Twitch, it's pretty much made for that platform. It's easier to get out to people because games are along with it. And there's also like certain sections, like there's an entire section dedicated to people that are playing Madden, 2K. So if you're like playing a sports game, you want to talk about some sports topics, then there you go. Throw in 2K, talk about the finals.
All right.
You want to pop in Madden, talk about the Super Bowl or preseason, whatever you want.
All right. That makes sense. So, like, all right. So, if you and I wanted to get down on a game of 2K,
right,
and, we wanted to sit here and talk about the game and play the game, then, I could have my Facebook Live thing going here, and then at the same time, have a Twitch feed running of us playing the game.
Or, PlayStation, you could just hook up a webcam, and it already has this format where it'll have the comments over in one little section, it'll have your gameplay in a major section, and it'll have like a face cam. So you can already have your entire like setup all in one go with a PlayStation.
All right, now you gotta hook me up here. You gotta help me out with this because this sounds really intriguing. Sounds like something that I need to get involved with, and it definitely sounds like something that could enhance what we're trying to do here.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's really not that hard. All I gotta do is set up an account, link it, start streaming.
All right. So
you got internet, you can do it.
Who knows? Maybe soon enough. I don't know about this week. Got a few plans this week, but maybe when we get back, maybe we'll see about setting up this Twitch thing, and maybe I'll have you help me out.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially if it's in time for the finals, we can definitely play some 2K and.
Oh man, now it's on. Now it is on. You done? You brought it. All right.
I'm ready for it.
All right.
I'm ready for it.
All right. So, and I did hear about you and Greggy getting down on 2K. Do we want to talk about that, or is that another one?
No, we can definitely talk about that one.
Okay, because I've heard that this is a back and forth 2K17 replication of the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Right?
So what happened is, finals were, what day was that? Was it Thursday?
Yeah, game one. Thursday.
Game one was Thursday, and he happened to have a copy of the game laying around, so he was like, "Hey, let's just play a game beforehand."
I just happened to have a copy here.
And I don't really know basketball all that well, so I was like, I'm not really like particularly favoring either team. Like, I prefer Cleveland because I like All right, basketball, I pretty much got into it because, like, I saw how much fun everybody had at the Cavs parade, and I was just like, dude, I want to be a part of that celebration. And I was like, Cleveland's done something for once.
It was a blast, by the way.
Oh, I bet. I'm really jealous that you guys got to go. But it was like, it got me into the sport because I'm like, hey, Cavs are really good. LeBron's the best one in the league. I mean, statistically speaking, not even just. And I was like, yeah, there's a chance that they go next year. Then I want to be at that parade. I want to watch the game so I can actually say, hey, I was there.
Okay.
So it's like you watch the making of a sports fan right there.
For sure.
And 2K, he was like, yeah, let's do the finals. So he was like, all right, I'll be the Cavs. I'm like, all right, I got mad respect for Steph Curry. I've seen what he can do. So I'll be the Warriors. And, oh, dude, it was...
I heard it was ugly that first game.
The first game was ugly, but only because I figured out Steph Curry can nail threes. Like...
he's got a quick release, man.
Dude, he doesn't even have to try. You can run across the half court, just make sure that meter's right in the middle, and he sinks it almost every time.
It's
probably
almost
7
unfair.
out of 10 times, dude. And I did that to him the first game. I did it so much, like it was even like I was ahead 6 points, and I had a buzzer beater 3, and it was embarrassing. But the second game, we were trying to do like a prediction thing because like even in the actual game, there was a similar 3-point shot from Steph, like. I think it was the end of the first half.
Okay.
So I was trying to do like a...
He's been known for that, though. And that's what he's good at, you know.
Man, he's really good at it. And the actual finals, they just keep leaving him open, and that's what Greggy was doing in the game.
Man.
And
Greggy, you hear this? Come on, man.
I learned you can't leave Steph Curry open, whether it's real or not.
By the way, Greggy, thanks for the Twin Snakes.
Definitely a good grab. But the second game, we were going to try to do like a full prediction thing since we got it pretty accurate on the first one. But I started to take a little bit of the lead in game 2, and it just didn't hold out. I was still hitting those threes with Curry, but...
Now, were you playing in Oakland both of those games?
Yep.
All right.
Yep,
So you're playing it
trying
true.
to keep it as accurate
Playing
as we
it
could.
true.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And then he just kept dunking on me. Like, it didn't matter who with. Kyrie, James, Grandpa Juice, it doesn't matter. He was just giving those dunks left and right. He got me, man.
Yep.
He got me.
You gotta get it.
Game 3 Wednesday.
When you can get it.
You ready for this? Game 3.
Game 3 Wednesday.
Yep.
I don't know if Greggy's going to be able to make that one, though.
Oh, that's right. We're going to have to do probably...
It'll have to be a makeup game when he comes back on Sunday.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe we can predict it accurately after it happens.
When is Game 4, by the way?
Game 4?
Because if Game 3 is Wednesday, that would mean Game 4 is what? Probably Saturday?
I would guess Saturday. Let me...
The way this is kind of going, the timing schedule that they're using so far.
Game 4 would be...
All right.
Boom, right there, Friday.
Friday. Oh, goodness.
Friday. There's only a 2-day break.
So then Game 5 would be Monday.
Yep.
Okay. So I could have my heart broken in a place where I'm trying to, just relax and have a good time. Or I could be coming home with momentum and a good feeling about this.
Let's hope so. Yeah, for sure.
You see this? You see what it says? It says Believe. Now, it says Stagecoach Productions on there, too. So, shout out to Joe Herbert. But, believe. You got to believe.
Got to believe for Believe Land, man.
Now, last year, I'm guilty. I didn't believe. This year, I'm telling you what, man. They crushed my hopes. They crushed my spirit. But I still believe. After what I watched last year, you almost have to.
Right, you got to think. It was the same exact situation last year. And dug ourselves out of a hole. The only thing I'm afraid of is Kevin Durant. It's a big game changer, though.
I know, he wasn't there last year. Different team, different. That was Harrison Barnes instead of Kevin Durant. But I've been told by people close to me that I shouldn't worry about this because their depth was, they had to sacrifice their depth in order to obtain Kevin Durant. Right. Now, my counter to that was, Well, yeah, but the scrubs they picked up are playing pretty damn well right now. Look at Ian Clark's playing pretty well. The JaVale McGee's playing pretty well. Zaza Pachulia is playing all right. I mean, these guys, they're not scrubs by any means.
No.
They're showing that they deserve to be on the floor with the Warriors. So,
Right.
To me, I hear that argument and I say, okay, I can see that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It's still really depressing to watch Kevin Durant next to Steph Curry,
Yep.
and then they can still pass the ball to Draymond Green
Yep.
and Klay Thompson.
It doesn't matter. They have a good start no matter what.
I know. So
We do too, though.
We
We
talked.
can't-
I said I wasn't going to talk about the Cavs yet, but now you got me talking about the Cavs. All right. So I know I brought it up. I did it. And this is what happens. ADD.
You just get off track, man.
Yeah, I
You
get
can't
off
help
track
it.
and
It's
start
live.
talking about the Cavs and
Doing it live, man. You can't help it.
it's in the flow. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about. You wanted to talk a little bit about gaming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. So what kind of games you like?
I was more thinking like go back like a blast to the past, like a favorites type thing. Like what did you
all right.
have like the best memories
Let's go.
with type deal?
Let's do this. I like it.
So my first great video game memories were probably Super Mario 64.
Oh,
Like I used to do this thing where
taking me way back.
Oh yeah, I used to have like a VCR setup thing, and it was funny. Like we brought up the whole.
on the roof.
I was trying, man, but I never did it as a kid. I had to wait till I was an adult. To
I
do
didn't.
that.
I didn't even know this was a thing until my 8-year-old son showed it to me.
Right. The internet
Like 5
tells
years
you
ago, I'm like,
about-
"Are you kidding me? This was a thing?
Yeah.
Yoshi's really in that game? Yeah, he's really in the game.
Yeah, you get up there and you talk to it, and you get like
Yeah.
what 99 lives, I think. Yeah,
it's
something
it's
ridiculous like
ridiculous.
that. But Super Mario 64 is funny. We were talking about the whole YouTube and Twitch thing because I used to actually take the VCR and put a tape in and like just record like my actual gameplay and like just go back and watch it randomly. And like my parents would look at me like, "What are you doing, recording yourself playing video games?" But it's funny because now that people get paid,
That's such a huge industry now.
people get paid to have people watch them play video games.
Yeah.
now. And
Absolutely.
I'm like I was like a pioneer.
Cody Dull, a guy that I want to have come on and do a
Exactly.
podcast too. You know,
Yep.
he's a guy that's getting paid for this right now. I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, I'm envious.
Right, like
watching what he's doing. Like,
The inner child in me is screaming.
dude's getting donations to play video games. That's a dream for a lot of us.
Oh yeah.
And
for
he
sure.
just did it. He just
sure.
decided one day, hey, why not?
Make a
Let's
Twitch
just do
account, stream some video games, but make some money. Why not?
it. That's beautiful. Shout out to his website, Super Game Reviews. He's doing a great job with everything. So good job, Cody. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like to definitely start streaming with you.
But so let's keep on this gaming thing.
Okay.
You said Super Mario 64 is like your touch of nostalgia.
Yep. The very first one. Yep.
Now, obviously, like the one that I go back to and it pulls on my heartstrings the most is Ocarina of Time. Like you can see, it has a big part in my life here. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's the big one. The one for 64. That was the one that I was anticipating the most as a kid, and you know, it was the one that I thought delivered the most on the anticipation.
Yep.
But when I really go back and I say, what game gives me that childhood feeling? It's Super Mario Brothers, the one for Super Nintendo.
See, that was a little bit out of my time.
The SNES
played
Super Mario Bros. I mean, Super Mario World, I could kill that game right now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
destroy it in, a day. We could sit here and I beat it every single way, yeah. And I would still remember how to play it to this day. That's that's my shit. I love it.
Ocarina of Time, man. You could have me sit here and talk about that game for days. Though.
Oh.
Like endless memories. I beat that game once a year. Like I make it like a goal every year to beat
I've
it.
got it for the 3DS now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play it every once in a while. Just finished up. Well, I can't say I finished it up. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yep.
All right, Breath of the Wild. I'm sitting at 120 shrines, and I don't want to beat the game. What the hell's going on, man? Like,
How many shrines are there?
there's 120.
Oh man.
I got all 120 of them. I got all the armor and everything that you can get in the game. All I gotta do is go beat Ganon.
Can't bring yourself to do
I
it.
can't bring myself to do it. I don't know what it is, man. I love
Man.
this game so much that I don't want it to be over.
Is it one of those things where you're gonna have to go through and 100% it before you're completely happy?
See, and I'm almost there. Like, I've already in some people's eyes, 120 shrines is 100%ing it.
Right,
like,
right.
My oldest son beat the game when he had 60 shrines. You know, like, you don't have to get all those shrines to beat the game. But to me, it was like, well, I'm not ready to beat it yet. I'm still. There's still more to do. There's so much to do in this game. It's so huge that I feel like, well, I'm not ready yet. You know, and I'm sitting at 120 shrines. Now there's still Korok seeds and different things that I could go around and find.
Yeah,
there's little side quests,
like the gold Skulltulas and Ocarina.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
Like that, yeah.
But at this point, I'm pretty much ready to beat Ganon. I'm ready to beat Calamity Ganon, and I just can't bring myself to it for some reason. I don't know what it is. Now, there's probably a lot of hardcore gamers out there. I see Jesse Weber just joined the broadcast. He's probably sitting there looking at this going, come on, man, you haven't beat that yet.
On, man.
You got that game in March. But, yes, I can't bring myself to beat it. For whatever reason, I love the game so much, I don't want to beat it yet. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a weird thing. But
no, I completely understand it.
And it's also a thing because I've played it with my kids in the room, and I've played it with Chelsea in the room. So now it's become a thing where I can't beat the game unless they're all in the room. Yeah. And it's got to be a thing now, you know. We all got to watch Dad beat Ganon, you know. So
for sure.
Now we're here. So
see, I still haven't even gotten my hands on the game. I haven't gotten to play it yet. I've watched a little bit of gameplay here, and I've seen a little bit online.
My goodness.
But that's about as far as it goes. Like, I'm disappointed to call myself a Zelda fan that hasn't played Breath of the Wild because it's such a massive game.
I'm just saying, man, it's probably... Now, it doesn't hit on some of the same, like, heartstrings that old school Zelda games do. Yeah, I see. Just do it. Pull the trigger. I'm sorry, man. I will. Now, like I said, everybody's got to be together. But, like, it doesn't pull on the same heartstrings, the nostalgia heartstrings that some of the old Zelda games did.
Right.
Because it doesn't feel the same. There's not a lot of the sprawling dungeons in this game. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. They've taken new steps with the franchise that was, I mean, a lot of people started to consider this, some of the franchise was stale. It's new. They've brought a new breath into the franchise.
Yeah.
So,
I guess that's
mean,
the best way to put it. Yeah.
To watch and to play the game and to get my hands on it and be able to actually play it after anticipating it for so long. You know, I was a Wii U owner just for that game. I bought the Wii U because I thought, well, this is going to be they're going to have a Zelda exclusive for this port, so I got to get it.
Oh yeah.
Well, then they ended up making it so that it's not an exclusive; it's for the Switch
too.
And for the Wii U. So. But, you know, when it came out, I was anticipating it so much. It had been, you know, a year that I had been anticipating it. So I think that's part of the reason why I can't bring myself to beat it yet.
Right.
It'll happen soon. And when it does, I'll let you guys know.
Back to the game series getting stale, though. What I think they did wrong is when I think back to, like, previous games, like recently, I think Twilight Princess, they just, like, changed the theme to, like, super, super dark. And then with Skyward Sword, they just changed the theme to, like, super, super, like, colorful and, like, not so much, like, non-realistic, but just, like, they tried, like, a different style. They've been trying different styles for everything, but they haven't really tried new game mechanics, which they did with this one. They updated it. They made it more, like, I don't want to say Dark Souls, but, like, when I watch people play it, it reminds me more of games like Dark Souls.
Yeah, absolutely. And, yeah, it's streaming beating the game. When I get the Twitch account set up, maybe that's what I'll say. I'll save it for when I get Twitch set up, and I'll stream it when I beat the game. There we go. And I'll beat it in the Breath of the Wild outfit, the one you get for beating all 120 shrines.
There you go.
So
there you go for sure.
But, yeah, that's where we're at. Any more about gaming, man? I got a couple other things I want to talk about here.
Yeah, we can get on.
All right, let's move on. So, local topics. I want to talk a little bit about local stuff before we even talk about Cavs, because we'll talk about Cavs a little bit more here in a minute. But
for sure.
Right now, I want to talk local topics. Okay, so, pizza. There's a lot of local mom-and-pop pizza shops here in town.
Oh, yeah, plenty of them everywhere.
And I would say that everybody's probably got their own personal favorite. Right? So, in the comments section, everybody that's tuned in so far, I want you to drop your favorite. What's your favorite local pizza? And I don't want just your local pizza. I want to know what's your favorite local sauce, what's the crust, and who has the best toppings. So those are 3 criteria that go into choosing your best pizza. So don't just, oh, well, I like, AJ's is my favorite because they have sweet sauce. No, you got to take all of it into consideration here. So we'll start with you, Timmy.
It's funny that you say AJ's because
that's why I brought it up.
That's, yeah. The sweet sauce, I think they could do a little bit better by making it a little bit less sweet. I think sometimes when you order it, it's just a little bit overwhelming and all you can taste is sugar. But when you order extra cheese on an AJ's pizza, they give you extra cheese. And
now, see,
that's always something to look forward to.
This is differing, though. It depends on who you talk to, because some people say the opposite. You order extra cheese, and I can still see the sauce. Like, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, true.
But you're sitting here saying the opposite. Okay.
I guess it all depends on who
who's
makes
working.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can feel that. That's kind of how I feel about Fort Ball. Okay, so I'll order Fort Ball pizza all the time. I love Fort Ball pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And I get what I call, or, well, Tommy called it, and then I started calling it. I stole the name from Tommy. The Ninja Turtle pizza. So it's essentially a pizza that has so much cheese on it that when you pull it, it stretches. You've seen the commercials. It's like the picture-perfect pizza, right? And Fort Ball does it right.
The say no to drugs
poster. It just depends on who's working. If they have a boss that's looking over them and you order extra cheese, now I'm telling them 4 times cheese, and it still doesn't stretch, like, come on, man.
That's an issue.
That's an issue. Like, but when I got my dude Austin that's working there at Fort Ball.
Shout out to Austin.
Austin Davidson, shout out. When my dude's working at Fort Ball and I tell him I want a Ninja Turtle pizza, it gets here and it stretches. There's a stretchy cheese thing, and that's what I want to see. That's the Ninja Turtle pizza,
see,
right?
I'm really glad we were on the same topic with the cheese, because my mind when you said pizza was like, dude, it all depends on the cheese.
Yes, it has to. That's the
cheese is make or break.
That's the number one criteria for me. And this is like, I don't know, it's got to be. To me, the cheese is the make or break thing.
Yep,
for me,
for sure.
That's the reason why I don't order Marco's anymore, because I don't like their cheese. I'm sorry for anybody who works there or anybody who has frequented Marco's or likes Marco's, but their cheese is just awful. It's too greasy. It doesn't sit right in my stomach. I don't like it very much.
When we were in high school,
that's just a personal preference.
When we were in high school, we used to go to Marco's for lunch and get their cheesy bread. Now, their cheesy bread wasn't too bad.
Their cheesy bread is bomb.
But after you have it a few times and the grease really starts to get to you, it's just it.
You want to talk about grease? I used to work at Marco's, okay? And when I used to work there and I was working, I would make myself a steak and cheesy bread, all right? So I would put steak and mushrooms on the cheese bread, right? And it was just so bomb. It's delicious. Mm-hmm. Now, you call and order that, they won't make it for you. We can't make that. That's a corporate thing. Corporate won't let me make that. Well, you know what? That's why I won't order from you guys no more. If it's on your menu, you can stick it on a pizza, or you can stick it on the cheesy bread, all right? If I want steak on the cheese bread, you should be able to put steak and mushrooms on the cheese bread.
Right, just keep it on the hush-hush.
Just charge me for it. I don't care. Charge me $5 on top of the $5 cheese bread. That's a meal for me, you know?
Especially with steak.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, they would charge you like $5.
Yeah, and I don't care. I even told the dude on the phone, like, charge me extra. Charge me twice as much. It's a corporate thing. I can't do that. Sorry, Bob. So, pizza, local pizza, your favorite, AJ's.
AJ's.
It's AJ's all the way. I see some other ones here. Let's see. Kenny Daisley says AJ's everything.
Yep.
Gotta be AJ's. Got another one for AJ's here. Zach Ferris says AJ's hands down, except Reno's has better toppings.
I can't disagree with that.
Cannot disagree with that. Because Reno's toppings are top quality.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And I just want to throw out a shout out to Reno's, because when I'm in the mood for it, that flatbread pizza is like by far choice, like the best pizza in town.
I'm going to have to try it. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh my gosh. The feta with spinach, tomato, bacon, a little bit of onion. Oh my gumma.
See, that the one thing I don't really like about AJ's, it's probably gonna have to be their sausage. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like kind of small and it just kind of like flaky and. I don't know.
See, that's what I don't. Marco's. When you order from Marco's, their sausages are like this damn big.
Yeah.
Like, for real, man, cut that up.
Right, you can't
Come
even
on.
taste the cheese over the sausage.
Yeah.
And we already went over how.
And you get a piece of
crucial
pizza
cheese
and it's got like one piece of sausage on it. Like,
yeah,
bruh.
the one piece of
Come
sausage
on.
is like half the slice.
For real.
It's ridiculous.
So, all right. So I got another response here. Jacob Schmidt says AJ's pizza crust, Marco's toppings, and East of Chicago crust. I cannot argue
I forgot about East of
with
Chicago.
East of Chicago crust at all. That pan crust, while it's the greasiest crust you will ever find, it is the best crust.
I always
for
remember
a
going
pizza.
into the mall when we had that buffet, and man, you could not go wrong with the East of Chicago
Man, I
buffet.
miss it so much. I miss that. The taco pizza.
Yep.
Oh.
Everybody would go nuts over that taco pizza.
Every time the taco pizza came out, everybody's like, "Oh, taco pizza's out! Oh, gotta go grab me a piece." So yeah, East of Chicago for sure. And then let's see. John Sherman says AJ's Pizza for Tiffin. Red's Pizza in Fostoria has one of the best pizzas I've ever had. Hey, funny story about Red's Pizza. They actually catered a DUI class that I had to take. One of those little lockdown things at a hotel. And I will back you on that, John Sherman. That is a bomb-ass pizza. They also make some pretty decent hamburgers, too. But good job on the Red's Pizza shout-out there. I just had to throw that out there because that was pretty. It was pretty good pizza.
If it, it went with the story, so
Absolutely, you got to throw it out there. You got to throw it in there when you can, you know. So, all right. So he says Marco's isn't local, so he'd say Reno's toppings. Let's talk a little bit about the Reno's toppings. I want to talk about this Frankie's Original. You ever had the Frankie's Original?
Mm-mm. I haven't really had Reno's that often. Like,
Really?
Just like basic.
It's such a it's Tiffin's like secret. I almost feel like it's it's Tiffin's little secret because it's authentic Italian. It really is. Like, this is real good Italian food. And when you talk about the Frankie's Original, like, I don't know, I don't have it all sitting in front of me. I'm not trying to be, their billboard or anything, but they make their own sauce. They crush the tomatoes and make their own sauce. Okay. Thick, hard stick pepperoni.
Yep.
And I'm talking like real Parmesan, old cheese, mozzarella cheese. Oh my goodness, dude. Yep. It is like one of the best, legit, authentic Italian pizzas you'll ever have in your life. So if you're ever in Tiffin, stop by Reno's, get a Frankie's Original, and tell them Nate sent you. Mullin It Over. All right, so
maybe get
now
you some free pizza.
Let's get off. I'm trying. Don't expose my secrets here.
Oh no, we figured him out. We started this podcast to get free pizza.
All right, so let's talk about. Next thing I want to talk about is camping. Now, the main reason why I want to talk about this is because on tomorrow night, we're going to be leaving for Nelson Ledges, heading up for Classic Fest. Greggy's coming up with us. A couple other people, Krill Slippin', be coming up with us. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a great weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. But, we're going to be camping for the whole weekend, and I'm just, the whole time, I've been just looking at this weather forecast and like, all right.
It looks nice.
It just keeps changing. Like, Wednesday looks rainy, now Tuesday's rainy, Wednesday's sunny, now Thursday's rainy, and I'm getting nervous. Like, and it's tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow. So now we're starting to pack everything and getting everything ready and putting everything by the door and starting to stack stuff up. And I'm getting really excited about this camping trip, man. And I mean, obviously there's more than just camping involved here, but this is like the main thing is camping. So when you go camping, what are some of the essentials you got to bring?
Man, I saw that this weekend it's supposed to be in like the 90s.
Now that's Sunday. Saturday they're saying like 82. Friday's like 78. I've been looking at it. Trust me, okay. I've been watching for Garrettsville. This is Garrettsville. You're probably looking at Tiffin's forecast.
Right, yeah.
I'm looking at where we're going to be in Garrettsville. So, yeah, I'm looking at that forecast, and it's a little bit wetter. Mm-hmm. So while I'm looking at it, what are some of the camping essentials that you feel like you have to have with you when you go camping?
My biggest fear, if I went camping, would probably be staying dry.
All right.
Especially staying in the woods, gonna get muddy.
Oh yeah.
Probably some heavy boots and a poncho. But you also want to be prepared for the opposite. You want to have your sunscreen for those hot 80, 90 degree days. You have to be prepared for like any kind of weather.
Okay. All right.
For sure.
Well, I'm like not really like that's more like I'm going survivalist camping.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my hiking backpack on and my hiking boots, and that's where we're gonna go camping.
See, I don't know the area very well.
This is more like we're gonna go in the woods and we're gonna go party with a bunch of hippies in the woods. Right. And we're gonna walk down to the beach and listen to some music, and then walk back to our campsite. There's no bears. There's nothing. It's like we're pretty carefree here. So I don't
carefree,
like
bear free.
I'm trying to think. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff we're bringing with us. I mean, I bought a lab coat. I mean, I'm gonna wear a lab coat with my top hat, and I got a pig nose that I'm gonna wear. And it's gonna be goofy as hell. I'm just trying to let loose this weekend. That's all it's about. I don't like to drink. I just like to hang out and just have fun with people. Get weird. That's what I'm trying to do, is just
for sure
have fun. So what I feel like I'm missing something. Like all week I keep packing this bag and packing this box and trying to remember, what do I need to remember?
And the worst part about that is you're not going to remember until you get there.
That's exactly it, man. Like, I feel like when we get there, there's going to be 2 or 3 things that oh, shit. Oh, man, I can't believe we forgot. Yeah, I'm really excited about camping, if you can't tell. Debbie, you are correct. I'm very excited. And it's not necessarily my hands that I'm clapping, it's my knees, because I'm just really, really excited.
Just knee slapping excited, man.
And I am clapping my hands too. It's just, yeah. Bug spray. That's a good one. Jake, I like that. I don't know. Like, I'm one of those guys, and are you one of these people that just doesn't get messed with by bugs? Like, they just don't like me for some reason? Well, I could be sitting next to somebody who's getting annihilated by mosquitoes, and here I got a couple bites. I'm kind of scratching, but...
Yeah, that's kind of how I am, but more or less, if like the bugs bite me, it doesn't really bother me. I can just like kind of not think about how I'm itching everywhere. Like I went fishing the other day, got plenty of mosquito bites, but it just never really bothers me.
Yeah.
So bug spray is I never really think about it. I usually just like think.
Well, luckily for me, the woman that I'm seeing is her mother is Mother Nature, so she's very spiritually inclined, if you will. So she likes to whip up these little concoctions and potions and stuff. Kind of a gypsy, if you will. And she's whipped up some bug spray that we're going to take with us. Some essential oils and some good stuff that should hopefully keep the bugs away for most of the weekend. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And it smells delicious. I mean, I love it. I don't mind it. And it's much better than spraying yourself down with off and DEET and whatever else crap you want.
Yeah, some of that stuff you like scratch and sniff, and it's still disgusting.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, other essentials, what do you think, camping? Like, I think for me, I'm thinking like, obviously, you always start with the clothes and everything that you need, but then you branch out from there, and it's like, okay, we went and got a camping grate, like a grill grate to go over the campfire. Mm-hmm. We got those little sandwich irons that we're going to make those little campfire sandwiches with. By the way, those are like my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Put a little butter on the outside of the bread, piece of ham, piece of cheese, right in the campfire. Oh, hot ham and cheese all day.
With a toasted bun.
Or you could do, like last year we were doing s'mores in those babies, dude. Like just 2 pieces of bread, and then you take your graham cracker, chocolate, marshmallow, another graham cracker, and then your piece of bread or whatever.
I can
and
see
just
how
make a
that
little
works.
sandwich.
Yeah.
And put your s'more in the middle. It is like, it's a little melty, gooey little. Oh.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
I didn't even think about that. That's
and
actually a really good idea.
There's not much of a mess there too, so it's really good. But yeah, we've got the campfire irons, we got the grill grate thing we went out and bought today. And we got to go out to the store today. There's a few other things that we got to pick up, and that's why I'm kind of throwing it out there. Like, what are some things that are essentials? Obviously, pillows and a sleeping bag. Come on, John Sherman.
John,
like,
come on. You gotta sleep somewhere, man. Come on.
But yeah, for real. And then Mike Jelenic, no need, eat beans. I love it. I love it.
Can of beans on a campfire.
I like it. I like it. And
Stinking.
toilet paper, that's a must, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can't-
have to bring. That's something we can talk about.
I don't care what people say. You can't use
when
the
you
leaf.
go to an event. Okay, say you go to a concert or a festival, that's like a must. You have to bring your own toilet paper.
Especially if you don't like one ply. All right, let's face it.
I'm a quilted northern guy,
Yeah,
so obviously I'm not a one-ply
Gotta
type
be
of
fancy.
guy. And I've had a horrifying experience in a bathroom before at a festival where you're in there and you just got done whatever and
Nothing.
there's nothing. Or you're just grabbing and it's just ripping little shreds of paper everywhere.
Yep.
It's awful. It's
Some
the
gas
most
station
horrifying
toilet paper.
experience ever. That's why you always have cargo shorts. Take a little, maybe a couple baby wipes in a Ziploc baggie and toilet paper in your other pocket, and there you
Ready.
go. You're good to go.
Prepared.
So, yeah, wet wipes keep you smooth. I like it.
Nailed it.
I
Right
like
there.
it. So, yeah, the smell of off says summer. No, I like to think barbecues say summer. That's my type of thing.
See, when I think the smell of off, I think it's not effective. Like,
I
have more
always
bugs
think
on
this,
than
okay?
Bug spray.
I love to fish. I haven't been fishing in far too long. Anybody out there wants to possibly do a live on location at their pond and wants to invite me, I've got a fishing pole, I've got tackle, I just don't have a license. So, you know, if you got a pond and you want to invite me to come do Mullin It Over on your location, hey, I'd love to do that. But, you know, when I'm out fishing, I've always been told, don't use that shit. Because if you have it on your hands and you bait your hook, that smell will, it ruins your fishing tackle. It ruins everything in your fishing box. Because fish are completely
Turned off to it?
Completely turned off to it. It's like it works the same on fish as it does on mosquitoes, you know?
Right.
It might even work better. So that's why I've always kind of stayed away from off and DEET and any kind of stuff like that, because I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to jinx my fishing tackle. I guess.
I've never heard that, but what come in really handy are those little tiki torch things
Oh,
that you just
yeah.
stick in the ground and
Oh yeah, we got a few of those.
they got the oil. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
those
for
were
sure.
miracles for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so you know, I think we're pretty much covered. Camping essentials. I think you know we got a nice list here, a good start. We're gonna head out to the store tonight. I'm thinking like, you know, if you got any ideas of campfire food, like I named the campfire sandwiches. That's pretty much gonna be about what we're doing for the week. So if you have any other ideas of stuff that we can pick up at the store, obviously snack foods, I don't need any suggestions on that stuff, but like just stuff that we can make over a campfire. Throw your comments in the section. Let me see, because I want to be able to make stuff while we're there. I don't have a clue. I don't know what to make, and I don't know what's good.
Just go to Walmart, get those smoked sausages with the cheddar cheese in them.
Okay.
Throw them over the fire.
Ooh.
You won't regret it.
All right.
As soon as you see the cheese start coming out, there you go.
Vodka gummy bears. I like that.
It's not a bad
How
idea.
about vodka twin snakes?
What's twin snake? I've never. It's like, is it just two gummy worms? Yeah. All right.
Come on, man. There.
Yeah.
I'm throwing this out. Thanks to Greggy for picking these up for me, by the way.
Greggy with the twin snakes.
Chicky dumpling. What the heck? Oh,
I
remember that.
Dumplings? Is that what he's going
yeah,
for
that's what he's
there?
saying. That's what he's
Yeah.
talking about. Last year, he made chicken dumplings last year. We went to Spring Badfish at Nelson Ledges, and Tommy and Brooke went with us. It's kind of sad they're not going with us this year, but so they went with us last year, and Tommy made some bomb chicken dumplings. They were delicious.
Shout out to Tommy's Chicken and Dumplings.
Oh,
Haven't
yeah.
had it. I say.
Oh, come on. Pizza
for,
pot irons? Yeah, of
I
course.
say for Tiffin Music and Art Festival, you just make like a huge pot of chicken and dumplings for everybody.
Okay. All right. I like
Yeah.
that idea.
Yeah, there you go, Tommy. There you go.
Now you're on the spot. All right, so camping, I feel like we've talked about enough. Let's move on. Are we ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. I guess. It's here. We got to talk about it. Do we? Do we have to talk about it?
Do we actually?
We already kind of touched on it.
Like everybody knows what happened.
We already kind of touched on this.
Everybody saw it. Everybody's sad except for the select few people that just need to get out of Ohio. But
Yeah, as long as Country doesn't eat it after it gets rained in. I didn't think he cared. I really don't. It didn't matter to him. It was food. It wasn't coming out of a can that week, so he didn't care.
oh man, savage.
But anyways, so Cavs. What happened?
Well, game 2, we were down by 3 at half. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What happened?
Out of nowhere, it just gone. It's gone. Our chance destroyed.
Do you think that's it? Do you think the chance?
I think the chance of game 2 is
game
destroyed.
2. Okay,
game
all right,
2
all
is
right,
destroyed.
all
Our
right.
chances aren't done yet.
Okay.
No, we're gonna get mad.
Where's your confidence?
We're gonna get mad.
How much?
We're gonna get ready.
How much has your confidence taken a hit after those first 2 games?
Big.
Okay.
It was a big hit. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how it felt last year, because this year, seeing that they have KD, it legit scares me a little bit more than watching it last year.
I think it's supposed to.
I think it worked.
To
I
scare
think
me.
they really, really did it.
And here's one thing that I will say. Yes, my confidence is shaken. Yes, I'm scared a little bit. They got me shaking a little bit because of KD. I mean, the dude is a former MVP. He's been to the finals before.
You have 33 points last night, was it?
Yes, Tommy, I understand that. It's not the same as last year. If they win one of these if they win one of these 2 in Cleveland, this is probably it's probably over. You're not going to see a 3-1 comeback again.
Right.
They're not going to do it 2 years in a row. And if they do, well, you saw it here. I said they weren't going to do it, and Tommy said that's how they got to do it. So
If they
it happens again. He did it last year, so why not do it again this year?
If they pull a 3-1 lead again, I am thoroughly convinced that sports are rigged.
Oh man.
I'm thoroughly convinced. Another 3-1 lead? Come on.
Ooh.
Come on.
Now, some people are saying that, if these 2 games in Cleveland swing for the Cavs, that it's rigged. That the officials are rigging the series. That, they've followed the Cavs up to this point, and the officials are calling these games a certain way to rig them in favor of the Cavs. I've seen this argument on sports threads so far.
No.
Like, I think the thing for me has been reading comments. I've got to stop doing this shit, man.
Yeah, there's
because
never
you
a positive
see,
comment.
so-and-so's article about Kevin Durant and how, the Cavs did this against him, and then there's 10 Warriors fans that underneath in their comments that are sounding off about how LeBron's trash and how this and that and whatever.
Right.
I got to stop paying attention to this shit because that's why my confidence is shaken, because I see shit like that.
People are throwing out all these stats that, like, if you really think about it, are nothing, but they make it seem like a lot, and it just shoots down your confidence. But what I believe in home field advantage. People say that these next 2 games are rigged if we win. I say that the arena got to us the past 2 games. I really do.
Oh yeah, sure.
They were going ham in that arena, man.
It was rough. It's been rough. The first 2 games in Cali were not kind to the Cavs.
No, not at all.
But if history is any indication, if they can possibly get back there, they got a chance.
Yep.
They got a chance. They just got to get these 2 in Cleveland and get it back. Game 5, tied at 2.
I think they can do it. There's no doubt in my mind that LeBron and Kyrie alone.
All right.
LeBron and Kyrie are the Curry and Durant.
What up, Chase?
Chase, man,
Chase.
what are you doing? Cooking some good food?
So Tommy says if they tie it up, that's when he's going to come on and be a guest. All right,
Really?
I'm holding you to
Really?
it, man. When I come back, the Game 5 is on Monday of next week, so it's a week from today. I'm holding you to it. If they tie it up, you're going to come on. You're going to be my guest a week from today. That's how it's going to be. All right, so do you think they can hold home court?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I
hope so.
Being a new fan to the sport, I really don't know much, but I know that I've heard
that's what you're
LeBron's
talking
name consistently for since I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
I've been hearing LeBron. When he left Cleveland,
He's the
I
man.
was still hearing LeBron. It was
He's
just
the man.
So I believe. Call me a fanboy. I believe in
There's
LeBron.
nothing fanboy about that, man. It's called being a fan. And if you believe, then that's just you getting behind your team, man. That's nothing fanboy about that.
Right.
Now, I don't know. You want to talk about pro wrestling? I would love to talk about pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling for
But
days.
that's got to be a whole nother live broadcast. And I'm telling you, if you were to come on and talk about pro wrestling with me, you'd have to hold most of the conversation. Maybe we'd have to have Tommy and Mike Jelenic come on and talk about pro wrestling with me at the same time to kind of hold up that end of the conversation. Because, like, my extent of pro wrestling is from, like, from, like, Sting with Whiteface up until, like, you know, the end of the Goldberg era. That's when I stopped watching.
Man, that is a short
It's
time
a very short time
Very short
frame.
time.
You know, like, I was really into WCW, and then I did watch a little bit of WWF at the time. And when they started kind of going in the, I guess, more of the divas direction, that's when I kind of went, I don't want to watch tits and ass. Like, I just want to watch wrestling.
The Tori Wilson, Stacey Keebler.
Yeah. When they started going that direction, I was like, if I want porn, I can go watch porn. Like, I want to watch wrestling. I want to listen to these guys talk about what they want to. The storylines are what draw me in. Not
what's
tits
your
and
motivation for beating that guy? That's what I want to know.
Damn right.
It
There
doesn't
was a
have to
better
be a
era.
pudding fight every
Exactly.
night.
But yeah, that's when everybody was drawn in. I had the NWO shirt. I had the Wolfpack shirt. I had all. Yeah. But that's another That's another broadcast. And we will talk about that soon enough.
Got an idea for that one.
Until then, Timmy.
Fatal Four-Way.
Ooh.
Fatal Four-Way
Fatal
broadcast.
Four-Way. All right.
About wrestling.
All right. I like that.
We could do that.
All right. I
we
like
could even
that.
we might even be able to, because I think Tommy, Greg, and me, we could all click talking wrestling. So we throw Mike in there, we could get 5 people talking wrestling, and it could just be, oh yeah, we could go for days.
Well, and that's the beauty of doing these live broadcasts is that they can chime in the comments section. You know, you don't necessarily have to coordinate all 5 people's schedules. That's the hardest part about doing, you know, a multi-person broadcast is you got to coordinate everybody's schedule.
Oh yeah.
You know, with doing this kind of thing, you don't have to coordinate anybody's schedule. You know, like you could literally do a broadcast and, well, if they're not available, whatever, they'll comment when they get a chance to. So that's the cool thing about doing this, and I'm really enjoying this. But anything else you want to talk about, man? I think this is going on just about 45, 50 minutes here, so I think we got a pretty good...
I think we touched on everything I want to talk about, yeah.
We got a good, nice show topics here, and I think this was a great show. Looking forward to doing more.
It was a good time.
Please share the video, like, comment, drop your comments in the comment section. I want to know what you want me to talk about next. We're talking about all kinds of different topics. I love where this is going. I love the potential for this, but I need more direction from you guys. So drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you want me to talk about, where you want me to go and talk about things. I want to go do things, and I can get permission to do this, but I got to have suggestions. You know, I need to know what you want to see. So if you want me to go to Cedar Point and go try to interview somebody at Cedar Point
on a ride,
you know, maybe that might happen. I don't know. We'll see. But like, that's a little bit of a lofty one. But like, if you want me, like someone dropped a comment saying do an AMA with Mayor Mons,
that would be really awesome.
That would be perfect. And like, if I can sign that, if I can get that possibly lined up, that would be perfect. Something along those lines. AMAs are perfect. So if you have like a local celebrity you want to talk to, and maybe you got a few questions you want to know about them, drop it in the comments section. Let me know what you want me to talk about. There's plenty of good topics out there, and I know that people are itching to hear more from Mullin It Over. So if you are, let me know.
I hope you are.
I hope so too, because this is getting kind of fun. I'm getting kind of getting the hang of this thing. And
once you get used to the whole being in front of the camera thing, it starts to be a lot more fun. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Thanks again, man.
Yeah,
no problem. Appreciate you coming on with me. Till next time, thanks for joining Mullin It Over.